All right.
Ooh, yeah.
Good morning, y'all.
Morning. Howdy, howdy. Welcome back to Sidetrack, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. We're back.
We are back. Greg the Ghoul here with Harris, my erstwhile human companion. We are here talking about Fallout on Fallout Fridays, and originally I had plans for talking about skeleton stories and other environmental storytelling in Fallout. But let me tell you, Harris, as I was doing my research for this, I discovered a whole bunch of stuff going on behind the scenes at the Fallout TV series, where they're currently shooting season 2 here in Southern California. And I started going down that rabbit hole, and let me tell you, we eating good right now with all the stuff that I have discovered. For those of you who don't know, Fallout season 2 is currently shooting. They started shooting a couple of weeks ago. We've seen evidence of this we saw evidence of this, teasers of this on social media, on the various stars' social media, and on the network's socials. And now today we have I've found a bunch of stuff from folks who have literally stumbled onto sets as they're shooting. We have pictures and film or footage from Baker, California, where it looks like they're shooting. They've got Novak set up there, and then at Vasquez Rocks, which is not far from here, up in Santa Clarita. And there's also another location where they are shooting what looks to be a Starlight Drive-In. I'm guessing that's a national chain, since where everybody knows Starlight Drive-In from Fallout 4 rather than New Vegas. But yeah, we got some interesting stuff, and also apparently Dogmeat's quite the diva on set, is what we found out. So all that and more. We're gonna chat all about this today.
The only character that name is in every single Fallout. I mean,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Alex, congrats on how your Fallout 4 is run is going. Level 40 explosive commando build really coming together. Congrats. Love that. Anybody in the chat, shout out your favorite builds as you go. I prefer to go VAT Sniper, but that's just me. I like to be kind of like a finesse player. Also, I usually suck at the newer FPS games, so having something that kind of slows it down and allows me to pick my shots, that works a lot better for me. So, yeah. Settlements. I hate settlements. I hate settlement building. It's one of those things I either love it or I absolutely love it or I absolutely hate it. There really is no in between, but it's one of those ADHD fixation kind of things,
Yeah, you start off, well, I typically start off adoring it. I'm like, okay, I've got 3, and I'm going to focus on these 3. I'm going to really enjoy it. Then I get to 5, and I just screw myself over. And then it just
100%. I'm like, why the hell does every location that you unlock have to be eligible to be a settlement, And then it's like you get penalized for not going and building it out. And it's like, dude, I'm really trying to turn the Red Rocket Station into something special here. Do I really have to go, have all these other locations foisted upon me?
Can't we build like an actual small settlement first, like an actual town first?
And
keep moving, but...
Yep. At one point, we should probably do like a episode or 2 on the settlement building culture, because, you find... some really, really incredible builds out there, and people who spend all kinds of time doing this. It's really impressive. So,
yeah, those are insane.
All right. Well, Alex, definitely keep us up to date on how your adventure's going here. Let us know when you start the main plot line, if that ever happens. I mean, God knows, even in my playthroughs, I'm still mostly just doing side quests and stuff, because I find those to be more fun, and I like to start brutalizing the main story once I'm grossly overpowered and over-equipped for it, so I could just kind of blow right through it,
It's the only way to do it. I don't think I played the Skyrim main quest line until a year after I owned the game, and it's most Bethesda, so...
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, it gives you the opportunity to go in feeling like a complete badass, because it's like, oh yeah, I've already got everything. Don't need much else. So someday. The truth, facts. All right. So let's eat.
Let's do it.
Let's eat. Originally I was just gonna do like a little quick Fallout TV season 2 update. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot going on right now. We, I want to say thanks to all the obsessed Fallout subreddits. There's a lot of Fallout. There's like 3 or 4 different Fallout TV series subreddits that have been compiling all this information, and that is where we are borrowing, or, taking this stuff from liberally to share with you all here. So big shout outs to these guys. Thank you all so much. At one point, though, Harris, I think you and we should do a field trip and see if we could, source some original material here ourselves. Maybe
I'd love to do that.
Yeah, just go sneaking around, see if we could find pictures or anything. But number one, let's talk about Vasquez Rocks. Okay, Vasquez Rocks. It is a filming location, gorgeous natural site. Like it's a park and a natural, not national, but also national. It's a natural rock formation in like I said, up in Santa Clarita. All kinds of TV shows and movies have shot there for years. But somebody got some sneaky footage of Ella Purnell and Walton Goggins filming on set. And so apparently they were just hiking and they came up over a ridge and they looked down, and suddenly, as you can see in the bottom left corner there, there's a sign for the Starlight Drive-In.
Right here. Yep.
Yep, right down there. And that looks like Dog Meat. Dog Meat's being a diva, fucking up the shot. Yeah.
That dog trainer's like, all right. My bad,
yeah,
girl.
get back there. But that does look to be Walton and Ella right there. You can see the obviously you can see the ghoul, and you can see the jumpsuit. Yeah, it's all pretty signature. I mean, this looks good. This looks good. I like these guys. They spare no expense.
Yeah.
I mean, Amazon shows, you only get like a little bit of them, but man, oh man, do they invest in the production value.
They do it right.
Yeah.
Since The Expanse, they've really been doing that.
Yeah. I mean, they know that people want big shows. They want high quality, when they want screen, like game accurate kind of stuff and all that. And they're clearly investing hard in it because, just the junked cars are all like, the art direction and the set direction and everything are just utterly fantastic. You can see why they're getting all the award noms and wins for that. And it looks like that quality is going to continue in season 2 here. Yeah, this looks like Fallout 4 just stepped out and landed in the desert out there.
Well, like you said, they take the time and the money to make it look right. And realistically, this isn't like the most expensive set in the world, but they took the time to weather it and like use the right material to make it be right in-game things. And it's just those little like...
Yeah, stylize the right car bodies and stuff like that. So you've got the Corvegas, you've got the the other nuclear-driven vehicles. I mean, it all just they care. They care about the details, and it just looks good. It just looks real darn good. Yeah. So, and I do love just just like the innocence of Dog Meat, kind of screwing up the shop. But man, working with animals is tough on a set. Have you ever had to work with an animal on set?
No, and I don't envy those that have, but I would love to, but also don't. I'm not looking to either, if that makes sense. If it happens, it happens, and I'm like, awesome. But
yeah, I've never had to work directly with animals on set. I've never had to act with an animal, but I do know I've been in projects where people that I know and other people in the projects have had to do that, and it's tricky. It is an art, and because acting with a scene partner is tough enough as it is. But when you're dealing with a scene partner that doesn't have the capacity to comprehend exactly what is going on, other than I'm going to go run over here and do this thing, and then I'll get a treat. It's difficult.
Talk about a language barrier.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Alex, great question. Does Starlight Drive-In appear in multiple games? It does not. It was, I don't think so, actually.
Is it in 76 now, maybe? It could be.
Oh, you said, I keep forgetting about 76 because I vowed to never do MMOs anymore. That's the thing. So I guarantee you it's in 76. But let's actually check that real quick because I don't think it is. I feel like that was a Fallout 4 thing.
Potential settlement in the Commonwealth in Fallout 4. Let me see. I'm on the Fallout wiki right now. I'll pull it up so we can all check it out at the same time.
Oh wow, it is actually a real brand though.
Is it actually?
Yeah, they've got them in Atlanta. They've got one in South El Monte, opened in 1950, and it was taken over by Pacific Theaters in 1951.
Oh shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it says it's only appearing in Fallout 4 though, appearance-wise.
Okay, so I guess it's not in 76 yet. So I'm guessing that that was a Commonwealth thing that eventually, when before the bombs dropped, somebody must have franchised to California, just like at the worst possible moment. So, damn,
they managed it.
Yeah. Congratulations, the new drive-in's open. Boom. I'm like, oh.
I wonder if Bethesda's like Softworks owns part of their, or maybe they just license them, or they're just adding a nod or whatever. But that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that in everything's a nod in stuff like this. Hey, the Stanleys, good to see you. Thank you all for joining us. Everything's a nod because you are being immersed in this completely. The level of detail and everything that they do is a specific reference, but to something. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to see the stuff mixing from the different games. Yeah.
I mean, we started seeing that in season 1 of the show with the Pridwin showing up and all that. Now
Pridwin showing up, and then everybody, like, I mean, of course, it's the OG game when you're dealing with Shady Sands and everything, but you get that that everything's got like that Fallout 4 chic vibe kind of thing going for it, that style.
That's not cleaner, but like less edge. It's more of a rounded edge,
more refined. It's developed. It's all developed in that Fallout 4 visual language. So everything at that point feels like a crossover, but really it's not, because it's all the same world, all the same universe. It's just the visual storytelling has evolved over years, over decades, really, since the 90s to now. So we're seeing things that we only saw in isometric 2.5D, 8-bit pixels getting blown up into real life. It's like, it does feel incongruous with everything else, because you only know it in one certain format, you only know it in one certain visual style. So to see it rendered in reality, it's like, oh, okay,
to scale a lot of the time too. I mean, which is beautiful. Imagine working on set and just looking up at a freaking T60 power armor. Like, I'm ready.
Oh yeah,
come on.
Well, speaking of power armor, we should talk about our former squire of the Brotherhood of Steel, played by Johnny Pemberton. Let's talk about a little sneaky update about what Thaddeus is up to. He posted on his personal Instagram, I'm sure with with studio approval here, hopefully. Yeah, but going ahead and hit. Guys. Sorry, spoilers all over this episode. So if you guys don't want any potential Fallout Season 2 spoilers, just head out now, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be the whole episode today.
The spoilers banner is down here, so we're not talking about it. I'll take it up, but just to let you know.
Yep. All right. So, but Johnny Pemberton shared this on his Instagram. He is his hands are in molds. And I think they're gonna make him bigger and badder. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna see him be the first super mutant. He's also in a bald cap too. Yeah, so he's gonna be under excessive amounts of practical prosthetics. I like the fact that they do practical stuff.
Yeah, I was trying to see if those like face molds in the back were a little more super mutant looking or anything like that. It just looks like a bunch of different people's faces.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if it's anybody recognizable if we zoom in there a little harder. But yeah, and if you click to the next in the carousel, It is that's the super mutant hand of what we suspect to be the hand of a super mutant corpse from season 1, right there. So yeah, if he's getting his hands done up like that, oh yeah, and all the wonderful pictures too. Yep.
He's a super mutant. I mean, we were all thinking about it like that instead of a ghoul, just because we hadn't seen him yet or anything like that, and it just makes sense to introduce him slowly in the way that I guess they did it. You're only going to show one Yao Guai, no Deathclaw, just a couple rad roaches. I mean, it's expensive to show each thing, so I get like leaning into it and just inching in there.
Yeah, and typically when a show comes back after it's been successful the first time, they'll throw more money at it, so then you could start getting like the bigger stuff. So, you know, the idea that we're going to have super mutants in season 2, yeah, they laid the foundations for it. They also could backtrack it and make him a ghoul, I suppose, but I feel like he's going to be bigger, badder, and just crunchier and tougher to kill here. Yeah.
I mean, arrow to the throat. I think the ghoul would make even more of a noise than what he made whenever that happened.
That's true. That's true. And our good checking and plucking doctor, it sure as heck wasn't ready to reveal what that potion did. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm willing to bet that he's going to start out smart, and we might see him devolve kind of like, oh my God. Well, the Hulk just goes stupid immediately. We're used to, but now they've made him Genius Hulk. I think if they're going to start him out smart, I think we're going to maybe we see him devolve. Maybe super mutants in this case stay a little smarter, but I don't know. I'm interested to see what kind of interpretation we're going to get here. I'm excited for it. So, and I like the fact that again that they're doing practical effects.
Yeah, in a big way.
I mean, CGI may be getting better and better, and it is. But there is an artistry to practical effects that CGI just still can't capture the soul of, you know?
Well, I feel like, and it is puppets, so maybe this example is not the best example in the world, but Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance, the Netflix show, I think has done it so well where, okay, yeah, we're playing with puppets, but we're going to use practical puppets and then use CG to tweak it just enough. And I think that's where, like, you meet the two visual effects together, practical and I guess it's just visual effects, CG, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. When they meet together, they work super well because practical effects can also suck. Yeah, Peter. Yeah.
It's true. There is you know, they can suck. It is a well-refined art form though, and I do feel like when you can blend them and they work seamlessly, that's when it's really good. But
you hit that money.
I'm glad to see that people are going back to leaning on actual practical stuff more. I felt like Jen and I watched the first 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew last night, and it was great to see how much practical stuff there was in that. And you know, like nothing like a new Goonies or Explorers for the 2020s. You know, so that's a good time.
Mixed in with some more Pirates of the Caribbean, like that's the first Pirates I feel like we've actually got like akin to that. I feel like the only other pirates I can think of since Pirates of the Caribbean is like, Stede Bonnet, Blackbeard. Our Flag Means Death. I can't think of another good like pirate TV show or film. Maybe some video games, but hey.
Yep. Peter, I don't know. I mean, the Muppets tell me that seeing humans in their environment breaks the illusion for them. So I think it kind of cuts both ways. Hey, Tony, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. Yep.
But no, I guess back to the super mutant aspect of it all. It'll be really nice because they have taken the time to do the huge old, power armor like that. So you have a physical, like, fleshy being that's the same size, which will be cool to see.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll probably bulk them up with suits and stuff like that and enhance it with CGI. But just knowing that he's getting the hand molds and the face molds and everything, it's like, okay, cool. They're going to do this practical. They're not just going to put him in a green skin suit and be like, you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
You need to be walking around stilts or something too, just for the sake of it. Yeah.
Speaking of practical effects, let's talk about our man an actor so committed to the role that I heard they actually had to stop Walton Goggins from cutting off his own actual nose to match the ghoul. Talk about commitment to the role. That is not true, but it wouldn't surprise me if he was that level of dedicated. Now they're putting makeup back on him. It's he's back in the saddle again.
If they'd have hired Shia LaBeouf, it would have been a different story.
Yeah. Oh no, that nose would have already been gone the minute.
It would have been long gone.
Contract. He would have showed up to the meeting with a knife and been like, "All right, I'm ready. Let's go." Yeah.
Like we're in the apocalypse. Just.
That's unpleasant. That's an unpleasant thought.
I don't even want to think about that anymore.
Yeah. So this post is a little older, but again, we do these every 2 weeks, so I try to round up as much as I can that happens within the windows. So, he's got the makeup back on, and again, this is just that commitment to quality, that commitment to the visual, the practical visual storytelling. They're not CGI in the ghoul here. Well, maybe the nose out, but good. Don't ruin that face. So yeah, again, just incredible high-end practical effects here and just nailing the hell out of it. And having done facial prosthetics for acting, dude, this stuff is so brutal to have to deal with it. Like the idea that you have to, like, you can't touch anything. I did full zombie makeup for a commercial once. And my God, I was only in it for like 2 days. But
it was on you for a week, or
yeah. Oh well, first off, I was scrubbing green paint off of it was my head, my neck, my hands, and I was finding green paint everywhere there for a solid week. But they had all these like little fleshy patches and stuff like that it was like, don't touch your face. Don't eat anything, don't drink anything without costume supervising you. Like, you had they were like, you need to be incredibly careful because we don't want to have to keep reapplying all the time. And it's tough to work with that. It's hard. Like anybody like Brent Spiner, having played Lieutenant Commander Data for years, the amount of effort that it takes eventually, like I think you get used to it eventually, but he's like, just I have to remind myself, don't touch my face, if I get an itch, if I get a whatever, can't touch it, don't want to ruin it, don't want to scratch it up. That last season of Picard must have been so nice for him when it was like, oh, I don't have to do all the white paint, like great. So
like, just still look normal and be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Sort of like the days when once they got rid of the visor for LeVar Burton, So
okay. That just, it would scare me to almost emote as much as I would want to emote as an actor sometimes,
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, no, because I feel like no matter what you do, you're gonna be making it move, and it's gonna. I mean, good makeup artists can have it so it sits on the places that don't really wrinkle or crinkle as you're emoting, but yeah, it'll
wrinkle with you.
It's another reason why Data was always very it's a great reason for him to be blasé, because he's like, I do not react with my face, yeah.
Peter's talking about LeVar saying hiding an actor's eyes is brutal.
Yeah.
And speaking of, I thought you were just wearing human makeup.
I'm not.
No comment. Plead the fifth.
Mm-hmm. I mean, ghoulification was not kind to me, so good plastic surgery, Yep. And honestly, I mean, absolutely, hiding your eyes as an actor is an incredible hurdle to have to overcome, because we tell so much of a story with our eyes. It is so to lose that, it takes like your biggest tool out of the toolbox.
Yeah.
Besides maybe your voice. And it's funny because it's sort of like if you go blind in real life, they talk about how your other senses kind of kick in and take over and compensate. Well, I've seen actors who play blind or play with their eyes obscured. Charlie Cox, great example.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Still, still, like manages to emote and tell a great story, even though he's got these, these eye obscuring sunglasses all the time, and you lose one of your big instruments. Although it's really funny, you listen to him, and he talked about how he read for a role in something recently. I want to say it was a Star Wars project. He read for something, and he didn't get the role because he was so used to playing Daredevil that he was looking past the actor and not actually like connecting with them eye to eye, because he was just so used to acting blind.
Yeah, I feel like I remember that story.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what show he was reading for. I'm gonna look that up because that just feels like the kind of trivia that we have to bust out. But
yeah, but he's such a great actor. Boardwalk Empire, everything else he's been in, even like TV show wise.
Yep.
He's phenomenal, and I can see how you get stuck in that same thing or get stuck in that prosthetic makeup, and you just are one way or another, you feel restricted in a sense, and that could affect your other roles too. Yeah.
Oh, he was auditioning for Han Solo for that's right. Alden Ehrenreich got the role, but he was auditioning for Han Solo, and the casting director was like, "Why aren't you looking at me?" And he's like, "Oh, because he's been doing Daredevil on Netflix for so long. He's just so used to." And I've had to play that where, well, I wasn't blind, but I did a play years ago, 2011. 2011, I did this play. I produced it. It was about 3 U.S. Marines in Iraq that have been kidnapped by the Mahdi militia, and the 3 of them have to, basically figure out how to survive the day. And they're bound at the wrists, the hands and feet, and they're blindfolded the whole show, 90-minute show like that. So we're all zip tied up, and we got used to like literally doing the show with our eyes closed, because it was like, well, if we're gonna be blindfolded, we could see through the blindfolds just a little bit, because we actually had to fight each other blindfolded on stage. But we got used to just acting, echolocating while acting, basically.
Yeah.
Which was hilariously inaccurate, but also like it really, we got used to this where we could act off of each other without seeing each other's faces, and that was really hard. But it was, once you got into it, it was really fun, And then I got, mule kicked in the face one time when one of the fights went wrong, and I'd slid into the wrong spot. So that was, I got myself a concussion in the middle of the show. So, finished the performance. So yeah, finished the performance. Thankfully it was the last show of the weekend, so I had a week to recover. But it was that was not a great time.
The definition of do it for the vine, just for a theater instead.
Yeah, it was fuck it, we ball. I don't know which way is up right now, but that's fine. I just have to lay here for the next 40 minutes, so we're just gonna keep going. Yeah.
I got a blindfold on anyway.
No one's gonna see like the fact that my eyes are scrolling like a friggin' slot machine. It's fine.
They might see the little like ducks start floating around your head though.
Yeah, 100%. I got knocked the hell. I just took a big headshot and was like, "Yep, nope, my head is, I'm done."
Was that out here? Where was that at?
That was out here. That was with my company, and I actually picked the play. And I pitched the play. It was my project. I was all excited for this, and it was halfway through the run, and just stage combat accident. And next thing you know, like we're just like, all right, well, we're going. I was like, I'm not stopping this show. I don't care. We're doing this. So I fought really hard to be able to do that production, and I wasn't going to let that ruin it. So,
Peter, you're not wrong, but also you got to do it for the vine or do it for the shot. All the above.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think the show must go. I'm there. Yes, pretty sure that is. I mean, that's a pretty good way to look at it. I also feel like that it's one of those performer culture kind of things where it's like this defines who we are, and if we're not doing this, then what are we doing? But yeah, it is a. I feel like that it is it's something that I hate to. I feel like this word is overused, but I feel like it's one of those concepts that's become toxic because people will break themselves when they shouldn't. You know, like it's become the rallying cry for carrying on and doing anything that could do more harm and damage to yourself, because you know of the principle of it. And principles are great, but as my knees like to tell me, back when I was doing martial arts, like I kept training through injuries and stuff like that, so I could do tournaments where I'd hurt myself further. And now at 43, I have a knee that goes out on its own, completely unprompted, from like getting kicked there repeatedly, you know. So yeah, I would have, if I had thought about it twice, I wouldn't have maybe like let the show go on at that point. But hindsight's 2020. So
it's like one of those things where some perspective, and I get the perspective of you got to do everything you can, you have to suffer for your art, but also how can you keep suffering for your art if you suffer so much once or twice or 3 or 4 or 5 times that you no longer can continue to suffer, or it just burns you out, or legitimately breaks you enough where you can no longer go do that anymore. Like,
yeah, exactly. You have to think about the long game. I mean, I feel like the show must go on is one of those like it's a noble thought, but what happens the day after? You know, like what price do you pay? So
it's getting out of bed the next morning feel.
Yeah. And then, you know, 25 years later, when, you know, it just like you're just standing there and your knee goes out. It's like, what do you do? So, yeah, I wasn't thinking about that when I said, oh, yeah, make a zombie man. Oh, no.
Oh,
that's no good. That's no good.
That's a big no gracias. No bueno on that.
No, that's the whole reason why you do the caps, and that's why they try to make you as hairless as possible for this stuff. Yeah. Although, you know, I mean, like, yeah, body hair and makeup don't usually mix. I think the only time I've ever seen it like work even remotely successfully was when Cesar Romero played the Joker. Because he refused to shave his mustache for the role, so they just painted over him.
It worked.
It worked. I mean, yeah, but I can't imagine what that must have been like getting that out of there at the end of the day. That's insane.
Oh yeah. By the end of it, they didn't have to paint over it because it was just dyed the right color. It was like, all right, you're good.
Yep. All right. Well, let's go on to the next next show link here. I think Dog Meat was the next one that we had scrolled up, which I think is the same clip. But you know, there are folks who have been sharing the same stuff. Oh yeah, this is the same clip. I just had 2 links.
Well, there was a difference. See a lot better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They. Mm-hmm.
Starlight Drive-In, Dog Meat, Ella Purnell, Walton Goggins.
Yeah.
Can anybody
and
tell?
Then the next one is some detail shots of the Starlight Drive-In. So.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll go ahead and skip over to that then, because we have seen that one. Remind me the first couple words that are on the title of it. If you have it. Stumbled on a set. That's it. Okay, sorry.
Stumbled on a set, yes.
There we are. Just trying to pull up the right things.
Yep. Yeah, so this I think this is the same guy who did the video. But yeah, look at that. They've, you know, you could see the backdrop, one of the big backdrops they were using. I think he's got a couple of photos in there. But yeah, clearly he's been out hiking, and you know, sometimes you come over a rise and look what you found.
Yeah. Maybe I think the other photos are the other one.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, there have been a bunch of these posted around here.
Yeah, there we are. There's the Starlight.
Here we go. Yeah. Yep, there you go. Take a look at that sign right there. I think this is
perfect.
Yep, so good. Nailed it.
It says
oh yes, and at there it's a Cooper Howard movie playing at the drive-in.
Right there. Oh, it won't let me highlight, but this the second line on the Starlight billings right there.
Yeah. Right. A man and his dog. That's a classic, I'm sure. I hope the dog doesn't die at the end.
Oh, it better not. Well, knowing old Cooper Howard, he wouldn't sign on to the movie if it were.
That's true. He's a man. He's a mensch. Takes care of children and animals. He's a hero, that Cooper Howard. I hope nothing bad happens to him. Yeah, so the next little bit I got actually, I think, is a casting rumor. Casting rumor for season 2. Pretty sure.
Ecstatic for it if it's true.
Yeah, this will be dope. I'm pretty sure Sam Elliott may have just been cast. I mean, shouldn't be surprised. But apparently he had to cancel a planned public appearance due to a unexpected professional commitment. Now, granted, there's no other evidence here. This is all theory, but come on. Come on.
It's Fallout. It's Sam Elliott. It's Westerny.
Yeah.
That's all I need. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see him sitting outside the Prospector saloon here. It's got to be the case, So
it'd be so good. He'd be perfect for it.
I know, absolutely, and they got the money to get him. But yeah, he had to cancel an appearance because of unexpected professional commitment. Season 2 is shooting. It's tenuous. There's no great evidence, but other than the fact that it's like, well, he's the perfect looking guy for it.
Oh yeah, and the voice it's perfect, cute. Then to the 10th degree.
Yeah.
But absolutely. Peter, he's 80 years old. Whenever you got the fancy Hollywood money, it's 80 years young. Because I'm hoping he's staying around until he's 110. Give me more Sam Elliott.
Yeah. Well, so who's going to play? I mean, do you think he's going to be Joe Cobb?
Well,
no, he's going to be easy. Come on.
It would be perfect. Cannibal Johnson and Chief Hanlon work as well, but
not to work. I feel like he's going to be Easy Pete. I mean, if you just look at Easy Pete, bam.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to put another link in the chat here. But
actually,
I mean,
Easy Pete would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to open this right now.
It would be fun to see, Tony. It would be fun to see an actual black and white Cooper Howard movie, but I think that unfortunately, the audience would be too niche for it to really take off. Like for it to make enough money for them to justify it. But if somebody was to do a short, come on, yeah, you can't tell me Sam Elliott isn't going to wind up being Easy Pete.
It'd be perfect.
He's the fan cast. Come on, everybody knows he's the fan cast.
Who voiced him originally?
Who voiced him?
Do we know?
That's an excellent question. Should be listed there on the wiki.
Peter Renaday.
Yeah.
Oh, he died in September of this year. Rest in peace.
Pour one out for Peter. Thank you so much. He also voiced Doc Henry, No Bark Noonan, Pet Gunderson, Cannibal Johnson, Walter Phoebus, Judah Krieger, and Horowitz, among others.
Yeah, so kind of a couple of the people that were also kind of being fan cast for him, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And he was the original voice of Splinter in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoons.
Ooh.
Classic. That's part of my youth right there, man. That hits me where I live.
He's the man.
Yeah.
Well, rest in peace. Damn good career. Splinter all the way to Fallout. I like it.
Absolutely. And he did, looks like he was active from 87 to 2011. Get your bag and get out of the game, man. There you go. God bless.
Peter's saying 40 years ago when I was at the BBC, they would get complaints from people if they showed a black and white movie from people who paid for a color.
Fascinating. That's fascinating. But they had to pay for a color license? They had to pay for a license for color television. Well, I mean, they used to pay for long distance calls by the minute, so I suppose, as things evolve.
Yeah, I guess because you got to. Well, no, I'm thinking ink on a freaking news press or something like that. I guess it's not necessarily the same thing. It's just ways of light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Dynamite.
Oh yes, Easy Pete is the dynamite supplier. Yes, that is true. I can, I always keep forgetting to get my explosives up high enough to ever get to use dynamite in that first fight. This time around, though, I tried not to become a powder ganger's sworn enemy the first time around. I let everybody else do the fighting on this playthrough, so we'll see if we'll see how my run at the prison goes.
Okay.
Trying to do more of an RP run this time instead of a shoot everything. Okay, well, let us take a look because I'm getting away here. But let's take a look at what else we got. Oh yeah, well, Sam Elliott. Let's look at Novak.
Okay, starting on Novak.
Really? $200 a year, and it's a crime if you don't pay. No, wow.
The UK, man, that's wild. I hope we don't have something like that. I hope most of the world doesn't, because that's just predatory and
that's insane.
Yeah.
So you have to have that in addition to your normal cable subscription or your normal TV subscription at that point. Is that I'm fascinated now.
Yeah. While y'all are talking, I'm gonna find it real quick on this.
No, it's a BBC tax. Okay. Alrighty. The more you know. Well, that'll be interesting when I'm in Scotland next year. Hopefully, I'll look into that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the next one. This one's fun.
Not this one just yet.
Yeah, this is Novak. Yeah, this is up in Baker.
Okay, so go ahead and do this one.
Yeah, let's go do it. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
the Great Con Graffiti.
Yep. So they've got a motel up in Baker that they've turned into Novak, and yeah, you can tell like somebody stumbled upon this, and you could see the Great Con graffiti on the sides of the walls. You can also see that right there the Nuka-Cola cooler, right there. Yeah, the cons. There you go. Death before surrender. Yep. That's number one. But people have found more. Let's go to Novak 2 real quick. I know it's kind of skipping ahead in the order, but yeah, here we go. Got some more shots. Yep. So this is a Royal Hawaiian Motel. And I Googled this. Yep, permanently closed. But it's right on Baker Boulevard. And hey, Harris, if we wanted to go visit this exact location, it's only a 2-hour, 51-minute drive right now, 58-minute.
Well, that sounds like a nice morning.
Yeah, hit the maps link I just dropped in the chat right beneath it. That one takes you up to Baker. But if you want to go specifically to the site,
okay. Hey, that ain't shabby at all.
Yep.
I can shave 15 minutes off of it with the way I drive. We're ready.
Oh, probably, yeah. That ain't too bad at all. But yeah, yeah, go on ahead and scroll because they're not just like in Baker, they're like in the heart of it. If you go up there and you scroll in, you could see just like they're like right in the heart of town. It's not like they're outskirts. They're literally right off the 15. Like I've driven by here multiple times. Yeah. But this also looks like a typical one-horse town out there. They got a Dairy Queen and they got a gas station. And then they got this motel that's been abandoned that I'm guessing has probably been used for filming locations for years probably. Because once, Hollywood has a favorite, they'll keep going back to it.
Hey, Street View.
It's also Baker's home to the world's largest thermometer, interesting enough.
Oh, is that what this is?
Dinosaur thermometer? Yep, dinosaur thermometer. I think this is the thermometer. I don't know if where are the dinosaurs? Dinosaurs are they're more off the way to Palm Springs. I've driven by the dinosaurs before. Oh yeah, you know what? Atomic Redhead has a ton of great pictures of what this place looked like in 2015, just to give you an idea.
I'm not very good at Street View.
It's all good. But yeah, I just dropped
it. Dinosaurs?
Yeah, the cap is on dinosaurs. Yes, that's what it is.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to stop that one and pull up with
Yeah,
this.
they're close to Moronga, like halfway to Palm Springs. But I just dropped a link in the private chat here for you, Harris. That is photos of somebody's blog of the Royal Hawaiian. Give you a sense of it.
Okay. From the Atomic Redhead?
Yep, there you go. Ah, pictures were working for me a second ago.
We'll refresh. Oh,
no.
Okay. I was worried for a second there. Come on. Second time to charm.
No, apparently not.
Or not.
All right, well, we'll put this in the main chat for everybody else so you guys can get a click on it. Hopefully you're having better luck than we are.
I think it's a shame.
It's working for me, but yeah.
Wi-Fi still says it's fine.
They've got a pool. They've got a great photo of a pool just full of graffiti. Looks pretty cool. Oh, if these walls could talk, I'm sure they've seen some stuff. But this also looks perfect for, post-apocalyptic Novak when you actually start looking at it. All right, well, let's go to Novak 3 real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the link for y'all in the chat. Atomic Redhead, then search Return to Abandoned Royal Hawaiian Motel, and you'll get right there.
Yep.
Oops. So Novak 3.
Yeah, Novak 3. Oh, this is a Twitter link.
This one.
There you go. Yeah.
Driving by Baker on the way to Vegas and just literally happened upon it.
Yep. Yeah, you could see the cranes over there and everything through the fence. They've all fenced it off to keep everybody out. Makes sense. You got to be able to control the set. But yeah, the vintage cars, and then somebody's Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hanging.
Yep. Oh yeah, the big frame for the backdrops.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Novak, right there.
There's no vacancy.
Yeah, no vacancy. Yeah, Fallout Films is a good account. They had some really good stuff in there just in general. And then let's go back up to Starlight Drive-In 2 real quick, just to hit that last one. Oh no, we already did that. That was how they were playing a Cooper Howard movie. Okay, right. So that's what we have for season 2 so far. I swear to God, I had a couple more things, but I can't find what I did with those links. My notepad is a cesspool of crazy, and sometimes the wrong stuff gets deleted, so I must have lost a couple of things. But it's great to see season 2 in production. Looks like that it's going to be the same level of quality, if not higher. Super excited for that. I also have to call my manager and be like, "Hey guys, come on! What's it going to take for me to get in front of people over here? I got to get over at Automatic Sweat and read."
It's under 3 hours away. Send me in. Put me in.
Yeah,
Coach.
John Papadera. I really want to make that happen. So, yeah, I really, really, really want to make that happen. But yeah, maybe we'll start a campaign here with the Sidetrack folks to get us on the show. But this is also this is a little bit more of a Reddit roundup kind of thing here. This is a Fallout themed cocktail bar in Edinburgh, Scotland. When I'm in Scotland next summer, I'm going to have to take a look here and get a drink, get some photos.
Oh, big old hell yeah!
Yeah, that looks awesome. Yeah, you can see the war never changes. Super mutants, the big blast. Oh, there's the power armor helmet. This looks like a fun place, and the whole place is shaped like a Fallout bunker.
That's your menu. That's great.
That's great.
Rad refreshment, of course.
Yep.
Oh, that's smart to name your drinks like that. Invested in their intelligence points.
Absolutely. Well, or definitely in your charisma.
Damn
they got the Riz here because now it's not just having the facts; it's how to present them. Yeah. I love this.
coasters like that too. I like that.
Yep.
Good looking drinks. Normal drinks.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm gonna have to hit this up when I'm over when I'm abroad next summer. So I'll definitely, maybe we'll do an episode while I'm out there.
Well,
it'll be a
Peter,
skeleton crew bar by next summer. Oh, okay. So Peter, this place. Do you know this place, Peter?
Does it go back and forth between things? Because that's funny. Literally, when we were talking about this before stream, we were joking that, hey, we have that Scum and Villainy Star Wars cantina in not downtown Hollywood, but in Hollywood proper. And shit, I'd rather have a Fallout bar any day. I love Scum and Villainy, but I'd rather the Fallout bar if we had an option. No, just skeptical. That's what Peter said. Okay.
Oh, got it. All right. Yeah, the Cocktail Geeks, Vault 131. Let me take a look here.
I love those drinks. What's it say? Strength is nutty and desserty.
Oh, it's right off the Royal Mile. Here we are.
11%. 10 pounds. Bourbon, banana, sheepdog peanut butter, cacao nib, egg, banana meringue. Ooh. Your perception drinks, spiced and Moorish, 12% for 12 pounds. Don Q barrel spiced rum, Fair Cafe, Patoka ginger, carrot, apple, cinnamon, vanilla cream, cheese foam, vanilla cream cheese foam.
Okay,
that's an interesting drink.
Yeah, I did find a website for them.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vault 131.
There we are. The Cocktail Geeks. Oh, that's sick. I hope they don't close up. I mean, Skeleton Crew Bar would be cool, but this is...
Yeah. No, I got to go and do this. Shout out to these guys.
Big shout out. And honestly, Peter or David, if any of y'all ever run across this in the UK, where does it say it is?
It's right off the Royal Mile in Edinburgh.
Oh, yeah, you said Scotland. That's right. Yeah, if y'all ever make it up north and to do that, y'all holler and take some photos and we'll share.
It looks like they're doing the same model that Scum and Villainy did when it first opened, where it's like, you have to do reserved seating and stuff like that. It looks like they opened just under a month ago. So this is really recent.
No way.
That's really cool. Well, I'm glad that I wasn't in Scotland last summer and I missed this. That would have pissed me off. So I'm glad to see that this showed up at least after I left.
This would be a thing you plan for one night, so you don't end up coming back every single night and just spending your vacation there, because it's like,
well, looking like it looks like with the reservations that you have to make to get in and everything, it looks like the kind of thing you wouldn't be able to do all the time.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah, really cool though. Really, really cool. I do love that kind of immersive stuff. I hope we get to see more of it. Yeah, absolutely. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get to really hit our topic for today of environmental storytelling and Fallout, but we had so much cool stuff to talk about when it comes to season 2 of the Fallout TV show and how it's in production right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this little peel back look behind the scenes. I know I'm super hyped. I'm having coffee with my manager next week. I'm going to be like, get me on this goddamn show. I don't care if I'm just like, stunty, whatever. Like, what do I have to do? So
get me on it and make sure I don't die, so I'll have an excuse to come back later. Like that.
There you go. Absolutely. Yeah. But make me random NCR guy number 6. I don't care if I get shot up. I've done squibs before. It's a good time. So, before you go, what choice did you guys make for Secret Academy? Oh, I killed the dude.
I think I did. Yeah, I did as well.
Yeah. I was like, I know that. Yeah, I killed. I because I screwed up, and I caused him to attack me, and I was like, oh well, you got to die now. That was it. I haven't gone back and replayed it otherwise. That's a lot of. There's several submissions you have to get to before you get to make that decision again. And I'm like, all right, maybe on my next playthrough I'll take a look at it again. But the first time I did it, I screwed it up, and I got it. I aggroed him, and that was that. It was like, okay, it's on. Yeah. Good times. Yeah. No, I do, but I mean, man, I do love the infinite replayability of these games. Just like the fact that just like the depths of story that they have, no matter what direction that you choose.
Well,
You know?
Bethesda is always so good about that. I hope Starfield ends up being that.
I feel like they're building it up to be that way. There's new material getting dropped all the time, and they're fixing a lot of the shit that's broken. So then again, there are day one bugs from or day zero bugs from Fallout 4 that are still there. So
still, yeah, just mod around them half the time.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that we did talk about a little bit, or we touched on, that would be a good video for us to like maybe research and do a little bit, would be before season 2 comes out. Do we think Johnny Pemberton's going to be a smart? I almost said super soldier.
Super mutant.
Super mutant. There we go. Or not, because or I guess more so like, how do we think that progression is going to go? I could totally see it immediately dumbing down and him almost becoming like a minor character, even more like a major character, very like.
I could see him becoming a series regular at one point if you know, I mean, you know, kind of getting bumped up because of the prominence that it takes. Because this, but then again, he might also be relegated to special, you know, to side character permanently though, because of just the expense of whatever it takes to set him up. You know, so could be a little bit.
It'll always be that tertiary plot, you know.
Yeah.
Just
I think
how he the makeup.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that he at least starts out smart. He might have one of those tragic arcs where he gets dumber as he goes, you know, and that could be like the heartbreak arc, is that, you know, he you know, suffers the mental decline and ultimately just like sort of like the ghouls. But I feel like that, you know, the super mutants never go full ghouly in terms of mental decline and degradation. But yeah, like definitely your IQ points get dropped in because, you know, your brain is processed for protein so you can get all them gains.
Yeah.
You know,
it's almost like the Hodorification of somebody, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And it'd be cool to see it. If I had to guess what they would do, it would be do something like that to make him tragic and then bring him back up, because if he's a tertiary character and stays that way, of course, if he ends up being like a bigger character and they kill him off or do whatever, let him be a big old character, whatever, that would change this theory. But it'd be cool to see him have that tragic arc, just to have them bring him back up, almost like Lily or any of the other Superman, Strong, or one of the ones that can kind of talk like Fox or anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, the Stanleys have a question. If you found yourself in a post-apocalyptic world, which do you think you'd have a decent chance of surviving, and which dead on arrival? Use any movie, TV show, or video game for scenario. I think I'm too nice a guy to survive in Fallout. I'm way too trusting. And as a result, I think that, you know, I'd get scammed and killed by somebody real quick. But I feel like I'd have a better chance there than, say, the Terminator world, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm thinking somewhere between Fallout or like Walking Dead. Because zombies, as long as the zombies are slow, I'm going to do fine. I'm an Eagle Scout. I can live in the woods. I can go live by myself. I can take care of people if I need to, so on and so forth. Yep.
I mean, well, yeah. And honestly, you know, I'm an Eagle Scout too. And the thing is that Boy Scouts was just, you know, survival, you know, it's paramilitary survivalism, you know, 101. So
for kids.
Yeah, for kids.
It worked. You know?
Indoctrinate them early, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Dead on Arrival would probably freaking be. Terminator's a good example. I feel like The Road, I wouldn't know about The Road being Dead on Arrival, but I would want to be Dead on Arrival on The Road or some kind of story like that.
What about Mad Max?
I thought Mad Max. That would be closer to Dead on Arrival as well. I feel like I could be able to survive pretty well, but also I'm not used to Australia. Don't know those wilds all that well like that, and it's a lot more deserty. I'm used to surviving in the swamp. I don't know about the desert.
Escape from New York, escape from L.A., you know, like that Snake Plissken post-apocalyptic. What do you think?
Those would be okay. I think they're livable, survivable.
Okay. And then World War Z. I mean, that's another zombie.
My brain went to that as well whenever I said zombies, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. That's
yes,
a tough
but
one
also
because that's like right as the apocalypse hits, and I think the thing is that everybody thinks that they're going to be the everybody thinks they're going to be the heroes of The Walking Dead, and they forget about the millions of people that are the cannon fodder. It's like every actor that comes to LA that's like, I'm going to be a star, and it's like, oh man, hate to tell you.
yeah, that's like a perfect example.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you end up getting pitted against each other just for roles and stuff like that, which is almost like, hey, in whenever The Walking Dead or World War Z or whatever, yeah, people are people, but also they're kind of your enemies as well. Like you're always, you could be the hero of your story in The Walking Dead or World War Z, but you're gonna be the villain of another person's, not a zombie's, another person somewhere, Yeah. So, oh, David said, "I am Legend."
Ooh, interesting.
That's a harder one too.
That's a tough one. I mean, you have to make sure your shit is locked down tight at night for that.
As long as you have dog meat with you.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But that would be interesting if like you showed up that day. You showed up one day for the radio broadcast, and you're like, "What's up?" And it's just you and Will Smith suddenly going through the wasteland. So,
okay, I got another one for you, real quick.
All right.
In the vein of Mad Max, but we're losing the desert and we're going to the sea. Waterworld.
Drowning is like one of my worst nightmares. I would fail. I'm an okay swimmer,
Yeah, I could survive that one. I was a swimmer growing up, yada yada. So that one,
no, I'm an okay swimmer, but I wouldn't want to deal with.
I got the link for it. Easy peasy.
I wouldn't want to deal with that life. But that would. I mean, if I had to, I would. But it would be because I wouldn't want to deal with that. Like I have a fucking choice, Like sometimes circumstances are just thrust upon you, and you have to deal with it. But there are very few things that give me nightmares like drowning. So yeah, don't want to deal with that. All right.
Alex, I'm right there with you.
You'll second amend yourself. Everybody thinks that. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the fucking face. Well,
exactly. So, in the apocalypse, the best thing you can do is probably shoot at whatever's coming at you. It might be your only option, but also.
Yeah. Well, again, and that's why I think I'd be screwed, is because I'm too nice and trusting, and I'd probably be the guy like, oh yeah, come on in, share my food, and then next thing you know, I'm getting robbed and killed. So. Yeah.
Also, we're gonna put you in a ghillie suit if the apocalypse happens because you are very tall.
Yes, it's true. Then suddenly there'll be like Sasquatch sightings and stuff as I'm walking around. It'd be great.
Ints are real.
Yeah. We speak very slowly. All right. Awesome. All righty, guys. Well, hey. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the Radical Wasteland podcast this week. Next week, or actually in 2 weeks, we will be back. It'll be the 20th, just before Christmas, our very special pre-Christmas episode. I think we'll talk about holiday representation in the Fallout franchises, because you do see some of that. I think it would be kind of fun. You just know I'd be a homicidal. Shh! I'm trying to downplay it, guys. Guys, I'm trying to downplay it. All right. Like, y'all don't even know, but it's okay. But yeah, anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. We will see you guys in 2 weeks. We'll talk about the holiday representation in the Fallout world, what survived, what didn't, what new traditions that you can do as you try to enjoy a post-apocalyptic holiday. And speaking of the holidays, little plug, if you're in Los Angeles, my performing arts, my holiday theater festival opens this Thursday coming up. Frosty Fest. You can go to frostyfestla.com. Putting it in the chat. If you come and if you're in LA, come and see some of these shows that we got going here. We got 7 different productions that are happening, all holiday themed. I hope you will get to if you haven't made holiday plans yet to celebrate, now's a good time to look into that. Yeah.
Do you still have a couple tickets for that opening day of Die Hard?
I got you, fam. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Because I was like, I need to go see it. I
think when I looked last night, we had less than 10 left. So
okay, because I saw Jen posted about it either last night or this morning. Was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Let me take a look real fast. While we're on here, while I'm flexing, let's take a look at the
Put me down for 3. I don't know exactly who the other 2 will be, but we're coming in at least a couple strong for you.
You got it, fam. All right, that means that we're gonna have 6 left for opening. All right, very cool, guys.
Get Frosty with us, y'all. That's all you need to do.
If you're in LA, come get Frosty with us. All right, Frosty Fest LA opens up this Thursday night with the opening of a very diehard Christmas, and we got 6 other incredible shows. So if you enjoy the performing arts in LA, this is where to come and check it out. All right. Anyhow, thank you all so much. See you in 2 weeks, and until then, stay frosty in the wasteland. Later, y'all.
See y'all Sunday, and keep an eye out for more charity streams as well. But
that too. Yes, indeed.